Alright everybody, this is the start of update number 5 on the Seaview 128 scale from Mobius. I've been working on the control room. The other day I hit the floor with the clear coat, Tamiya clear coat. It's got a nice shine to it. I did a plotting table last night. I still need to do a little paint on that. Back over here where the guys sit and there are little seats there to control the sub to go up and down and all that cool stuff. I painted that. I also hit the control panels with a clear coat so I can use the decals. That'll be next. I don't know how transparent the decals are. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed because of the lighting that I'm going to have in the control room. And then the other side looks the same. I applied the clear coat on this side too. Turned out pretty good. In the instructions with the decals, it says to hit it with a clear coat so the decals go on a lot easier, which everybody knows that part, applying the decals. So that's what I'll probably be working on today. I looked in my inventory of paints and I did find this intermediate blue. It's another enamel paint. I didn't know if I had it, and it's number, I think it's 1720, and it's a nice light blue, flat blue. And I think this platform here where the scope and all that goes, I'm going to paint that, and back here I'm going to paint that, and I think the Radio Shack back here, I think that gets painted intermediate blue, and that's probably what I'll be focusing on today. The floor's got a nice shine to it. I hit it with a couple coats of clear coat, and I'll probably mask the area off around the floor for the see, now I'm losing my train of thought here. Where the scope and everything goes here on this platform, I'll probably mask off the floor so I don't get no paint anywhere, and paint that blue, and paint this section back here blue. Instructions are a little tricky when it comes to painting guide, but not too bad overall. The control room is looking pretty cool. I'm happy with it so far. So I'm going to go ahead and pause, continue working on the control room, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, back on the Seaview. All these parts I get that I've got in my spray booth get flat gold gray Model Masters enamel. Got it mixed and ready in the airbrush. So I'm going to hit all these parts with flat gold gray. Hopefully this is all in frame. You guys are seeing it. Looks pretty good. Looking pretty good. I'll hit this one more time and then I'll pause the camera and finish this all up. Anything I need to touch up with. Alright everybody, everything's looking pretty cool with that flat gold gray. I'm going to go ahead and pause, finish this up off camera, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, here's the end results. And of course this is where the flying sub goes into the bottom of the Seaview. And that flat gold gray turned out really nice. I'll have to hit this once it's all together or before with a flat clear coat. And these are the walls to that, and it turned out really decent. I'm happy with, even though it's enamel, had that paint probably on my shelf for years, and it's still, as long as it don't dry up, the paint's good. Thinned it out too with the tester's thinner that I have. And then this back here by the Radio Shack turned out really cool. And then the rest of the parts I got right here for that part right there. And then let me show everybody. This here is part of the Radio Shack in the back of the sub, and on the instructions it says a metallic blue, and I painted that off camera today and it turned out really awesome. And the only metallic blue I had in stock was the garage kit, and it's metallic blue, and it worked just fine and had no problems with it coming out of the airbrush. And I really like that metallic look. Got a nice shine to it. So I'm going to go ahead and pause for now, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update on the control room for the Seaview. A couple days I've been working on applying the decals and paint. So I'm using a little bit of both. The computer wall right there, I did use that decal. They are transparent decals, which is cool, and that should look good once I get the lighting behind that. And it's slowly taking shape. The tape reels I painted. I didn't like the decals, so I painted those. And then the map right there, of course. And then the decals for the paneling I didn't like, so I used the wood. I had some wood in stock. It is enamel, and that's what I used, and the number is 1735. And then the other side of the control room, which has most of the decals applied, and then some paint. It's looking good. It's looking more and more like a sub. And then the monitor in the front there. And that, I don't know if I can bring down the light a little bit. The monitors look pretty cool with the lighting I'm going to have. They're just going to light up, but you can see there. With that monitor right here, you can see my finger behind it, and then you can see the one up front. And I got warm white for those, so that's going to make those look pretty good once those are lit up. So I'm going to continue working on this. This is a slow process with the stickers and the painting. I figured I'd share this with everybody. This part's done. I may get the front here, paint this with the I think it's the flat gold gray. I watched an episode the other day, and this front here is gray, so I may go ahead and mask everything off and hit that front there. But I'll continue working on this, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update on the control room for the Seaview 128 scale from Mobius. I worked on a control room yesterday, and I put a final clear coat on the control room floor. It's nice and shiny now. You can see it, the reflection from the light. No more work for that. And same thing for the back of the sub here with the hatch, and by the Radio Shack room. This is part of the Radio Shack room too. I hit it with a clear coat with that metallic blue. That looks really cool. And then the control panels, I hit it real good with the clear coat. Same with the computer side where the computer is. You can see right there. So no more work for the control room other than getting it assembled and adding the lighting. And then back here I've got the girders that go on the front here on the sub. Those have been all painted and hit with a flat clear. I don't want everything to be that shiny. And then this is for the bay where the flying sub goes in. Then I've got some parts over here that need to be reprimered because I did some sanding and cleaning, and that's part of the girder that goes on the front of the sub. This is a spiral staircase, so I'll probably be working on that today. It's been sitting overnight, should be ready to go. Just wanted to make sure I get a good clear coat on that so none of the decals come off when I get ready to add the lighting. Then over here I like to share with everybody, I picked these drill bits up from eBay for like $20, and with shipping it come up about 25 bucks. You can get these new from drillbitsunlimited.com. They are 0.40 millimeters. They're really nice drill bits. Comes in a nice case. See if I can open this up, pull them out, show everybody. They're extremely sharp, and I bought these for the reason of working on future builds with drilling out the windows and for lighting, like with using fiber optics or whatever route I take for that. But they're extremely sharp, and set of 50 of them for 20 bucks plus the shipping. You can't go wrong. They come in a nice little case here, all separate little socket places there, or whatever you want to call that they can fit in. It's really nice. It does fit my hand vise here. I know there's some fancy ones out there. I got your typical one, and it barely fits, but it does fit. I think it's this side here, and that's all I need. So I got plans on working on a ship here soon for lighting, drilling out the windows. So these drill bits will come in handy for that. And then they have all different sizes that you can get, but very cool. I like the case that it comes in. Very cool. Slides right back in place. So if anybody's interested, turn that around the right way. Anybody's interested, go ahead and check out Drill Bits Unlimited. Like I said, I picked this up off of eBay, but you can go, and I think it's about $40 for a new set. But still, these are going to serve its purpose and do what I need. But they're number 78, and they're 0.40 millimeter carbide drill bits. So I'm going to go ahead, come back over here, show everybody the control room. I'll be working on that today and adding lighting and getting that out of the way so I can continue working on the Seaview. I think my next step will be probably the mini sub and diving bell. So I'll go ahead and pause for now, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update on the control room for the 128 scale Seaview from Mobius. This is Saturday, March 1st, about 5 after 11 in the morning. I'm going to plan on start adding the lighting that I made up for the control room today. I'll probably start with the computer side first and work my way around. I have everything ready in this box here that I've got all the lighting for control room, as you can see here. So it's going to be tedious. I'm going to take my time applying all these SMDs and LEDs to the control room. Last weekend I applied the final clear coat on the floor. You can see it's nice and shiny, and same with the control panels. I wanted to make sure I got that step out of the way before I start applying the LEDs. I didn't want the decals to be rubbing off. Everything turned out pretty decent, as you can see here. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on the control room. Take it one step at a time. I'll probably start with this one first, work my way from the computer up to the tape decks, and then on this side here I'll probably either start with the TV monitor up front and work my way back. I'll figure that out when I get around to it, but I figured I'd give everybody a look at it, and then I'll show the steps on adding the LEDs and SMDs to the back side. I probably won't set up the camera for that. I'll just do that off camera, and then I'll just flip her over like this to show everybody where everything goes. It's light blocked, as you can see. I decided to light block the whole thing in the back on both of them. So I got my work cut out for me today and take my time with this. So I figured I'd share this with everybody. I'll start working on this and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update. I got the computer wall finished. I know that recorder may not focus as good, but you can get a good idea. That looks pretty cool. I got light blocking to do in the back yet, but I got two RGBs in the back. I had to add another one, which was a SMD, and that looks really cool. A little tedious, but it's getting there. I think that's going to look really cool once it's in a sub. So I'm going to go ahead, pause, keep working on this, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update on the control room. I've got this side finished with the computer. So I've got the computer here lit. I got this control panel lit, the one next to it, and then the one with the tape drive. It's a little messy on the back side, you can see here. I still got a lot of cleanup. I got to light block those boxes. This one's done. I still need to touch it up a little bit with some flat black. Then you can see all the wiring. I had to add SMD, RGB to the computer panel. The one that 3mm, I think it's 3mm or 5mm that I have in there, just wasn't enough, and it turned out fine because they're both RGBs. And then this here where my finger is, that lights up, and then right up in there where my finger is, you'll see when I turn the power on. And I'm going to use some Tamiya clear colors that I have. I've got red, yellow, green, blue. I'm going to probably put some Tamiya blue on this to light that up and make it look blue, and then I'll probably multicolor the lights over here. And I might do that with the tape deck, and I might do that on this panel too. I think this is a fast blinking white, and then the others are warm white. But let me go ahead. I got it hooked up to my power supply, and I got it set at 9 volts, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Turn off all the lights so everybody can get a good look at it. I think it really looks awesome. Really looks cool. There's the computer right there, and I really like it. It looks really cool, and you're not going to see that much of it once it's installed on the control room floor. You might just see half a section of it, but nevertheless it still looks good. Then you can see that's lit right there, and then those are blinking over there, and then over by the tape drive. And that really looks cool. And like I said, I got light blocking to do in the back, but it really looks sweet. It's very time consuming, but overall the results are awesome. I still have the other side to start and work on yet, to add the lighting to that side of the control room, but I would say this is done. It really looks cool. I've been working on this the last couple of days, adding the lighting and making up the boxes in the back, and then I'll have to light block them. But it looks pretty sweet. I think it looks pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and call this a wrap for update number 5 on the control room for the Seaview 1/28 scale from Mobius. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. I'd like to thank my YouTube subscribers. Sub to my channel, more on the sub to come. And I'll talk with everybody later.